We have got some absolute crazy cope after Alex Pereira just knocked out Ankalaev in one round in 1 minute 20 seconds. All right, we have some insane cope. It's already coming out. We had it after Hamzat beat Dricus. We have it now again. I'm focusing on two people. We've got Kenny Okoye and MMA Joey, whose reaction might surprise you, to be honest. I didn't think MMA Joey's was actually that bad. But Kenny Okoye, man. Jesus Christ. This is bad. So I have loads of timestamps. It's probably going to be a long one. Alright, so sit back and enjoy. And just listen to the cope of this absolute muppet. Let's start off.
Pereira won because Ankalaev quit.
I think the reason why Pereira won, Kenny, is because he rocked him with a shot. Magomed panicked, shot a takedown because he was rocked, and then he got proceeded to get ground and pounded and 12-6 elbowed. Now I know those shots were being blocked. You know, he was kind of covering up, but he was in the fetal position, not moving. You can say, well, yeah, that's why he quit. What did you want him to do? Did you want him to try and scramble up and get caught with a 12-6 elbow? There's nothing that he could have done. He didn't just quit. He got rocked and ground and pounded to shit. What do you want him to do? Alex Pereira only won because Ankalaev quit. Or maybe it's just because Alex is actually better. And the excuses that he gave about him being ill in the last fight were actually legit, maybe. Who knows? But the bottom line is, the last fight was a close 5-rounder. And this one was an absolute smoking. A smoking of Ankalaev. Anyway, let's carry on. Because there's a lot more. There's a lot more to get through.
Pereira did not win because Ankalaev got knocked out. Pereira didn't win because he was better than Ankalaev. Ankalaev made that choice to quit on himself. Now,
so Alex didn't win because he's better than Ankalaev, and he didn't win because he knocked him out. Oh, I'm sorry. Does Alex need to knock Ankalaev out for it to be considered a legitimate win? So did Magomed not legitimately win? I could just say, oh, Ankalaev didn't even knock down Pereira or knock him out. He had to take him to 5 rounds to be Alex. Alex just quit in there. He didn't even want to throw. Alex just quit in the first fight. Ankalaev didn't win because he was a better man on the night. It was Alex Pereira that really, he's the reason why he lost. You see how stupid that sounds on the flip?
we've seen this from Ankalaev against Paul Craig. He gets put in a bad position. He quit. He panic tapped with only a couple seconds left. So deep within Ankalaev's heart, there's clearly an ability to quit when push comes to shove. This is what we've seen from Ankalaev. Now, this fight, and you can say it's cope, and you can look at the footage. I actually might put a little clip of it.
It is cope. It's fucking cope, Kenny. Kenny the Copa Okoye. Copa Kenny Okoye. Real bad. You're looking real bad right now, brother. Real bad.
He gets caught by Ankalaev, right? Caught. Now, keep in mind.
Sound like Jamal Hill. You got dominated. I got caught. Kenny Okoye channeling his inner Jamal Hill. His inner salty Jamal Hill. Right here.
He doesn't go down. It wasn't a Jamal. He did lead him with a huge power shot. Probably the most full power. He eats it well. It wasn't like a Jamal Hill. He catches him, he drops. Ankalaev did not get dropped this fight. Understand that. Ankalaev did not get dropped.
So fucking what? So what, Kenny? So what? What happened? Well, he didn't get dropped. Therefore, the win is illegitimized. So what? He panicked. He got rocked. He panic shot for a takedown, and he got stuffed. And then he got fucking beat up on the floor, Kenny.
What happened was he got hit, and he panicked. He panicked in an immediate...
And dude, let me just ask you this. Now, I'm not saying that Ankalaev's not high level, but if he was that good, if he was that elite, why would he panic in a situation like that? Why would he panic in a situation like that? If he's so much better than Alex and he's So we didn't see Alex panic once in the first fight. He didn't panic. He was getting beaten, but he wasn't panicking when in difficult situations. If Magomed's so good, why is he panicking when he gets hit with a punch? Just a thought, Kenny.
He got hit and he panicked. He panicked and immediately shoots at Alex Pereira's leg, where then he just gets kind of muscled over, and then just a bunch of ground and pound. And Ankalaev not once was hurt from this ground and pound. He was rocked and stunned, don't get me wrong, on the feet. He wasn't getting hurt. He was just covering up to not get hit by the ground and pound. Herb Dean, it was a perfect stoppage. Herb Dean gave him a chance. Do you want to get up? Ank, what do you...
Well, at least he gives Herb Dean credit for, a good stoppage, but he's still basically saying Ank wasn't even hurt. Alex didn't hurt him. Ankalaev just panicked and quit, and it's all Ankalaev's fault. That's why he lost. It's all to do with Ankalaev. It's nothing to do with Alex Pereira. It's Ankalaev's fault, guys. Clown shit. We'll carry on.
Pressure going into this fight, man. I do think Ank shit the bed. I really think Ank's better than Alex Pereira. I don't...
Round 1. 1 minute 20. TKO. Yeah, actually, I think you're right, Kenny. I think Ankalaev's so much better than Pereira, considering he just lost to him in the first round. That's like saying, dude, I really think Sergey Pavlovich is better than Tom Aspinall. Now look, Sergey Pavlovich, Tom Aspinall didn't even knock him out clean. It wasn't a flush KO. He had to do ground and pound. So therefore, that win's not legit. That one's not legit. So I think Sergey Pavlovich is genuinely better than Tom Aspinall. He just quit in there. He just quit. He just really quit. You know what I mean? I think that's what happened. Now, if you want to talk about quitting, talk about Adesanya DDP. That's a quit. He quit in that fight. But let's listen to that again. He thinks Ankalaev is better, despite getting knocked out in the first round.
Going into this fight, man, I do think Ank shit the bed. I really think Ank's better than Alex Pereira. I don't care the reception I get in this video, and I know it's going to be like 99.99% negative.
It's because it's such a ridiculous take, Kenny. How can you sit here, watch a guy get knocked out in the first round, 1 minute 20 seconds, and still cope and say, I think the other guy's better. The guy that got knocked out, I think he's better. It's ridiculous.
Everyone's happy that Ankalaev wins. Ankalaev lost because they know that they probably couldn't beat Ankalaev, and they know that.
Yeah, that's why everyone's glad Ankalaev lost, because everyone knows no one beats Ankalaev. It isn't the fact that we would have got an inactive champion, that all in all isn't that interesting personality-wise. It's nothing to do with that, is it? It's just that everyone knows that no one else would beat Ankalaev. I think Yuri would beat him. I've said that before this fight even happened. I think Yuri would beat him. I think if Ankalaev won, I was picking Yuri to fight Ankalaev next, because I thought Yuri would beat Khalil, which he did. I picked Ankalaev to beat Alex. I was proved wrong. I'm not going to cope about it and say, well, Ankalaev just quit. That's why he lost. No, he just... Pereira didn't hold back this time. He may have very well been injured in the last fight, considering this performance. It's like a night and day. It's like a completely different guy. And this time around, he was healthy. Came in healthy with aggression and anger, and just knocked this guy out. Well, didn't knock him out, but TKO'd him in round 1. You can't say Ankalaev's better still. You just can't.
Established that Ankalaev quit on himself, not really that Pereira just hit him with something crazy and slept him.
We haven't established that. You've established that by yourself. You've established that Ankalaev quit.
Now let's talk about it from a stylistic standpoint and like an actual breakdown standpoint. Now that we established that Ankalaev quit on himself, not really that Pereira just hit him with something crazy and slept him, because that didn't happen.
Now we've established that it's all Ankalaev's fault, and it's nothing to do with the skill of Alex Pereira or the ability of Alex. Now, I thought MMA Joey's
From idea
would
to
be this bad. MMA Joey's response to this fight is actually really, really good. And I was very surprised by it. Very, very surprised. And for the biggest Dagestani glazer on YouTube, MMA Joey, he was really like giving Pereira credit. He said one or two things that I was a bit like, eh. But for the most part, it was absolutely fine. This is fucking unbelievable. This is ridiculous. Now we've established that Ankalaev basically just quit, and that's why he lost the fight. Sorry, who's we? We? There is no we. You know? What a white type shit. We've not established anything. You're just coping.
Pereira is not better than Magomed Ankalaev, but Pereira caught Ankalaev.
Jamal Hill! Whoa, Kenny! I didn't know you were Jamal Hill, bruh. Listen, you got dominated. I got caught. There's a difference. He's not better than me. He just caught me with a lucky punch. Yeah, it wasn't the fact that he forced Ankalaev to switch stances with his calf kicks, and then he proceeded to throw the overhand right when Ankalaev was in his least dominant stance. Nothing to do with that. Nothing like that game plan, no. He just got lucky with an overhand right. Alex Pereira's not better. He just caught him. All right, Jamal Hill. Forgot.
Still doesn't have one-punch power. He never one-punched anyone with a punch. Didn't one-punch Jamal, followed up. Didn't one-punch, he follows up. And, yeah, he didn't one-punch Ankalaev. He didn't even drop Ankalaev. Didn't even hurt Ankalaev enough to actually put him out of his misery or anything. He
hurt him enough so that he panicked, though, didn't he? He hurt him enough so that Ankalaev panicked like a little pussy and shot for a takedown. He hurt him that much, didn't he, Kenny? That he resorted to the wrestling. And he hurt him that much that he was covering up like a little baby, didn't he? That's how much he hurt him.
hit Ankalaev really hard. Ankalaev feeling all the pressure, all the buildup, all that. He decides to cognitively give up on himself, which leads to Alex Pereira winning.
He chose, but basically, he decided the best thing for me to do here is to give up in a world title fight. I'm just going to give up. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I won't bother trying. I'll just cognitively decide in this world title fight where I've talked all this smack. I'm just going to give up. Fuck it. Why not? I'm not going to bother trying. Good one, Kenny.
They're not going to rematch. Brings me to my next. They're not going to rematch. That's my next point. And we know they're not going to rematch. And everyone's celebrating they're not going to rematch. Now, I'm not surprised, and I honestly don't mind. If they rematch, does Ankalaev probably win? Yeah, he does. So,
based on what? The first fight, he just got smoked in a round. Does Ankalaev win? Yeah, probably. How can you watch someone get knocked out in the first round, right? And say, yeah, he probably wins. I don't understand, right? If he went to the fifth or even the fourth, and Ankalaev was piecing up Alex Pereira for the whole fight, and Alex literally caught him with a left hook out of nowhere. I could see the argument. I could see Magomed's better. He's just got caught. I can understand that. I really could. But one round, and you're going on about, would Magomed win the rematch? Yeah, obviously he would. It's just written in the stars. It's just confirmed that he'd win. Based on what, Kenny? Like literally based on what? He had no success in this fight. At least Alex Pereira in the first fight was having a little bit of success, in the first round or so. Ankalaev was getting backed up. He had to switch his stances because his fucking calves were hurting, and then he got knocked out. And then he didn't, but he got TKO'd. You know what I mean? It's just cope. It's just straight cope.
Why would Pereira do it? It's kind of when Izzy knocked out Pereira, he knocked him out. And I knew Izzy was going to rematch him, and you guys probably did too. He just had a last moment on Ankalaev. And I know Pereira was like, oh, come on, Izzy. We got to settle the score more. Come on, it's 1-1. But he's not going to say that for Ankalaev because, of course, he's going to take this win and run away. Now, like I said, the whole UFC
I'll let him finish this little point and then I'll respond.
The community, they're static, bro. But just know that they fight 100 times. Ankalaev wins 99.
So on the rematch, Kenny reckons that the reason why we're not going to see a rematch is because Ankalaev No, sorry, it's because Pereira is scared of Ankalaev. He doesn't want to get the rematch because he knows Ankalaev had beat him. Or maybe it's because the UFC won't give him a rematch because he didn't defend the belt and he got knocked out in the first round. He got dominated. If this second fight was close again and Alex Pereira edged it, yeah, I could see an argument for a rematch. But not after this. After winning in one round, just completely smoking him in less than 2 minutes, in less than a minute and a half, why would the UFC go, yeah, Magomed deserves an instant rematch after not defending the belt in an already close fight in the first fight? Why would he deserve to get an instant rematch? Why would Alex be scared of a guy he just knocked out in the first round? It's weird cope. I wouldn't be scared of someone that I just knocked out in the first round. I don't know about you guys, but if I knock someone out in the first round, I'd kind of be like, well, why would he deserve an instant rematch? Because I just fucking smoked the dude. And then why would the UFC do that? Because number one, no one would want to see it. No one would want to see it. Because why would they? Because it's a stupid, pointless fight. And I got slept. Even with Sean O'Malley and Marab, when that went 5 rounds, everyone was like, why is Sean getting an instant title shot? What's he done he hasn't earned it, he doesn't deserve it, he got kind of dominated. This is the same thing. Why would Magomed get this shot back? He got knocked out in the first round. It's crazy. We got 2 more timestamps though, and then we're going to move on to MMA Joey, who's actually got a pretty decent take on the situation, which is very surprising. And I hope you all, MMA Joey is usually a clown, but he gives Pereira credit. Fucking hell.
What did Ink just quit? I keep saying he quit, and it frustrates me because what happens when you survive that? Why did you just? I can't believe him. I guess he was afraid of actually getting colded. So
what could he have done? He was getting 12-6 elbows rained. What did you want him to do? Well, like anime style, catch an elbow and go. Did you? Is that what you wanted, Kenny? You wanted him to catch a 12-6 and just stop it like he's fucking Thanos? He couldn't do anything. He was on his back, getting 12-6 elbowed. The only thing that you can do with someone like Pereira on top of you, you either need to catch his arm somehow and get into a triangle, which Ankalaev doesn't do, because he's not jiu-jitsu guy, or you just cover up and hope that there's an opening to move, and there wasn't one. It's like, I just can't believe he didn't get up. He couldn't get up. It was impossible for him to do so. He didn't just fucking lay there and he's such a fucking retard, is Kenny. How is this guy? How many subs has he got? 19,000 subscribers. What the fuck am I doing wrong? Honestly, fucking hell. Even when I'm wrong, I picked Ankalaev. I said Ankalaev was going to make this look easy. Easier than last time. I was extremely wrong. I don't care that I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. We can all be wrong once in a while. I picked all the 4. I picked the 4 other main card fights right. I got everyone right. I got 1 wrong. It doesn't matter. Even if I got all 5 wrong, it doesn't matter. You just got to own up to it, and it's fine, Kenny, to be wrong sometimes. But to double down and cope, you make yourself look like a stupid fucking moron. You know what I mean?
So when he got rocked, he was just like, all right, at least lock me out on the ground. He kind of almost pulls him onto him. Just a despicable performance by Ankalaev. And what's more frustrating is that Pereira, this is the best case scenario for Pereira, because after the first fight, he just made every excuse in the book. He was like, it's 40%, you couldn't do anything, I'm going to become 100% now. And then he gets the knockout, and then he's like, I told you so moment. As if Ankalaev wasn't in Ramadan and injured and was, oh my God. It's just like.
So Pereira can't have any excuses, but Magomed can. Got it. And let's just say that all the things that Pereira said were true. Kind of does prove it, It kind of does prove it a little bit, maybe. Now, we don't know. He could just be making excuses because he lost and he's come back in this fight with a new strategy, I guess, to just take it to him. But it kind of does make sense. I'm not saying I believe it or I don't. I'm just saying, it's kind of funny how now he's healthy. He smokes the guy in one round.
You couldn't have written up better for Pereira. Like, this is a storybook fairy tale ending for Pereira, and he gets it done. And he gets it done solely based on the fact that Ankalaev quit on himself, not because he was that much better. But
yeah, he gets it done, guys. But listen, it's not because he's better. It's because Ankalaev quit, remember? It's because Ankalaev just cognitively chose to just go, I got hit with a right hand. Fuck this, I'm just going to lay down. I quit. What's that? Round 1 of my first ever world title defense. The title that I've been working years to get to, I've been going through every contender possible, to get to the belt. And it's all I've ever wanted in my entire life. I got hit with a right hand. I'll just quit. Fuck it, why not? It's clown shit, man.
Don't really want to talk about this fight anymore. I'm kind of getting angry. I thought I was going to talk about it more, but I'm honestly a little bit annoyed. Don't even want to mention it.
Poor Kenny when you woo. Are you okay, Bubba? You want some milk in the blankie? Get over it, bro.
Moral of the story, Ankalaev gave up. Pereira had a better game plan, and the worst fighter won tonight. That's what I want to say. And the worst fighter won tonight. Just understand that he's not better than Ankalaev. He just happened to catch Ankalaev, and Ankalaev happened to quit on himself after going through some adversity like he's shown in the past. Ankalaev is a quitter, and Alex Pereira was the victor.
Look at this guy's face. Look at his little fucking face. Look how upset he is. Oh, Kenny. This is the face of a man. He's pretty ugly, isn't he? Look at him. He's got a fucking mop on his head as well. This is the face of a man that just cannot accept when he's wrong. The worst fighter won tonight. How can you say it? I could understand that, Kenny, like I said. If it went to the 4th or 5th, Ankalaev was dominating the whole fight, and Pereira caught him with a cheeky left hook. I can understand you saying that, and I probably agree. I would agree that it was a lucky shot, and that the worst fighter won. But you can't say that the worst fighter won when it was a 1 minute 20 smoking in the first round. You just can't say that. It's not the worst fighter won because he 1 round, Kenny. Come on, bro. That's it from Kenny, though. He then talks about the rest of the card. I don't give a shit about that, though. We're going to watch MMA Joey's now because MMA Joey actually, I rate his take on it. I rate his take. He's not coping as much as what I thought he would be. I thought he'd be like all over the place coping, but he's actually not at all. So we're going to start from here.
I know people are going to say, Joey, you didn't give him any credit, this and that. Pereira got it done. End of story. There's nothing else to say about it. There's no, I get it. I say the stoppage was early. This is just what I thought. I'm supposed to change my mind and say afterwards that it's not early when I thought it was early. Again, I don't think it really affected the outcome of the fight.
This is the #1 Dagestani glazer on the platform, and he's saying that's just how it is. He thought the stoppage was early. That's fair enough. If you think that, I don't think it was. But he even says, even if like it wouldn't have changed the outcome. It's like when I said about Yuri versus Alex 1. I said I think that stoppage was really early. Well, not really early, but I think it was a bit early. But it wouldn't have changed the outcome of the fight. I think it just would have prolonged it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it would have changed anything. But it was early. So, it's fair enough.
Pereira went out there. He wanted to get the stoppage early. He wanted to put pressure on him early when he was freshest. And he was able to land that nasty right hand that we really don't see all that much. And put Ankalaev down. I know he didn't drop him. But Ankalaev curled up. He didn't move. He didn't scramble. He didn't try to get out of the bad position. And so how can you blame Herb Dean for stopping the fight?
I mean, It's hard to disagree with it. I can't believe I am agreeing with MMA Joey on a fight take. I can't believe it. But here we are in 2025. I agree. You can't blame Herb Dean. And Ankalaev didn't scramble and try and get out of the bad position, but I don't think he could. He had no choice but to just lay there and curl up. Because if that hand would have moved from here to here for a split second, and that's a 12 to 6. Ow, what the fuck? That well hurt. Why did I do that so hard? It didn't even hurt that much. Don't know why I said that. Anyway. Fucking hell. Anyway. He went on a 12 to 6 right here, and he would have been fucking dead. Well, not dead, but, knocked out cold. So the only thing that he could do is cover up and just hope Herb Dean, I guess, would have given him some time to think. So I agree.
And I know the trilogy's never going to happen. I really do. And all jokes aside, I actually do believe there should be a trilogy. I know everyone's going to say, no, Shama beat him. He KO'd him. No.
See, this is the thing I don't agree with. But we'll let him finish and then we'll respond.
Ankalaev dominated him 49-46 the last time they fought. Pereira got a rematch. Oh, he defended the belt against guys on short notice. And
right. Pereira got a rematch because he was a defending champion. He defended his belt 4 times before that. Or 3 times. I think he won the belt and then did defend it 3 times in the space of a year. Multiple defenses against contenders. So yeah, of course he's going to get an instant rematch. The reason why Magomed, and I said this in response to Kenny, the reason why he's not going to get an instant rematch is because he got smoked in 1 round and he didn't defend his belt once. Maybe if he defended it, maybe if he defended his belt once or twice, then he got smoked, then maybe. But I don't think winning the belt and then instantly losing it in your next fight via round 1 TKO, I don't think that gets you an instant title shot. Call me crazy. The only reason why MMA Joey wants the trilogy is because he wants to see Ankalaev potentially get a win against Alex and get the belt back. That's the only reason. It isn't because he deserves it. It's because he just wants to see him get another chance, pretty much.
For me, it kind of sucks because I really was dissatisfied with the finish. Not because I think, Pereira won or whatever, but I would just like to see more. I would like to see it play out more.
You wanted to see Ankalaev dead. I don't think we needed to see it play out more. The only thing that would have happened is that Ankalaev would have got seriously hurt, cut open, maybe knocked out with a 12 to 6 elbow. That's what would have happened if it played out. We don't need to see it play out. Okay. Same thing with the Yuri one. I can see, the Yuri and Alex one. Was it early? Maybe. But I don't want to see Yuri get really seriously hurt. Do I? Fuck. He's my boy. So I can understand it, But I didn't think we needed to see it play out. No way.
And now with this win, it's automatically all the excuses are now validated. He won with supposedly without the injuries, even though he supposedly had injuries during the fight or whatever, or before the fight too. There was rumors of him being injured beforehand. Oh, only 40% now, but I'll get it done. I would have liked to seen it play out a little bit more, but nonetheless, Alex Pereira gets it done.
I don't know what you wanted to see more, Joey. To be honest, did you want to see Alex kill Ank? Is that what you wanted to see him die? Because that's what would have happened. I think if it played out any more, you would have seen some serious injuries for Ankalaev. I think it was a good stoppage. Very good stoppage.
There's nothing left for him at 205. If he's not rematching Ankalaev, which I don't believe he wants that fight at all, okay? It's too risky for him. Now he's got the win back.
That's not why. Listen, him and Kenny both said this. He doesn't want that fight because he knows Ankalaev might win. They're not going to give Ank the title. Even if Alex wanted it, they're not going to give him the title shot because he just got smoked in a round in his first title defense. That doesn't get you an instant title shot. No matter how dominant, even though it wasn't, it was pretty close. Even though I think Ankalaev clearly won. It was a close fight, if that makes sense. Like, each fight was close. Each round was close, but Ank just edged more. And obviously round 4 and 5 were just, round 4 was Ank, pretty much. But I'm sick of this, like, they're not going to give him the fight because it's too risky. Like, no. It's because he doesn't deserve it. What has he done? He hasn't defended his belt. And like I say, he got smoked in the first round in his first ever defense. That doesn't get you an instant title shot.
Back, take his ball and run home. There's no doubt about that. I think he's going to move up and fight John Jones.
Nope. It's going to be Tom Aspinall at the White House in the main event. And you can all say, excuse me, you're just copying what MMA Guru says. I said that in my recap. Right, about Alex fighting Tom and Yuri fighting Ulberg. In my recap, before Guru even uploaded his. So all you people, you're just copying what Guru says. No. So you use your brain and think. Last timestamp for MMA Joey, then we're going to wrap this video up. Been yapping for a bit. Hope you've enjoyed. Let's get into it.
We're going to be, Joey, you're eating your words. It is what it is. I was confident. I thought Ankalaev is highly skilled. This makes Pereira's resume actually look amazing. Actually look fucking amazing. Ankalaev wasn't rushed back from a catastrophic injury on short notice.
Let's talk about Yuri. When Yuri saved the card at 303 with Alex, coming off that shoulder injury, saving the card on short notice.
Ankalaev wasn't number 8.
Khalil.
Ankalaev was number 1 really in the world for light heavyweight. He's the champion in the UFC. He's a guy who already beat Pereira. He's in his prime. He's well-rounded. He's elite everywhere.
Yep.
And Pereira went out there and TKO'd him. So fair play to Alex Pereira getting it done at UFC 320 and really opening up the book. Anything can happen in 2026 in the UFC.
That's the correct response to have, Alex Pereira gets it done. His resume is looking amazing. What you don't want to do is be like this guy. This miserable, ugly, skinny mop of a man. Don't be like him, alright? I'll say be like Joey, but he's clearly a bit fat, isn't he? So you don't want to be like... So you want to be fat and humble? Or skinny and salty? That's a real question. I don't know what you guys think about these two. I think Kenny's takes are just ridiculous. The fact that he thinks that Ankalaev just quit and that's why Pereira won is fucking crazy to me. MMA Joey actually has a decent take. He's giving Pereira his credit. He just thinks that the stoppage was a little early and that he'd like to see it play out, but he doesn't think it would have changed the outcome regardless. So he's giving Pereira credit. He's giving him credit, okay, which I like. I was going into the MMA Joey one thinking this is gonna be an absolute fucking cope fest. This is gonna be awful, but it wasn't. It really, really wasn't. This was just pathetic. This was really embarrassing for Kenny. Okay, not a good look at all for him. What'd you expect, bro? Salty Adesanya fans. That's just how they are. Let me know what you guys think about the fight, about these reactions. Yeah, like and subscribe. Links down below. Become a member today. Join the Discord server. Until next time, I'll see you in a bit.